3 weeks working for Wendy's. Bruh, I just had a facial from some beef steamer. Know how we do. I got my bike here. It's not my bike, but yeah, bro. Everywhere. Like, it's 4 in the morning. How am I getting home? What bus starts at 4? In my area, buses stop at midnight. No bus runs. Even the bus that's going to my front door only runs Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sunday, you're on your own. So yeah. What is that? What the fuck is that? Listen, nobody cares, bro. Like, it's like I'm the only one talking about it. I've worked in 5-star, 4-star. This thing here can't run, bro. Trust me when I say to you, the pork isn't even in the same section. That's how deep it is. This is in a 5-star. But in a 4-star, they've got like different sections. So yeah, it does happen sometimes. But veggie section, gluten section, like, it's all different. Do you understand where I'm coming from here? Like, you have to change your gloves each time you get a new order for meat or somebody who has allergens. Here, it doesn't matter. They don't care. Like, but then again, at the same time, this is fast food, and if there's only 4 people on shift, you can't really change your gloves too tough. I know you guys saw that the other day as well. Friggin' where you gotta clean the floor and the sponge to clean out the fucking smoothie thing is where the friggin' kitchen is. Sorry, where the sink is, to throw out the water. Like, that's where it's just chilling, and no one washes it before they go clean out the thing. I remember moving it just so I can throw out the water. Next minute now, after I thrown out the water, the freaking grill cleaner is just chilling there, where I've just thrown out dirty water. Like, you saw the water, it was black water. Like, what the actual fact, fam? What is going on here? Like, I've just said to the guy, listen, you can't do that. You can't cook beef and pork on the same grill. That's disgusting. You can't do that. Obviously, some people eat beef, some people don't eat pork. Some people eat pork, they don't eat beef, bro. You're mixing shit together, and the grill's not gonna get cleaned. You're cooking pork and beef on the same exact grill at the exact same time. All them juices are just spreading everywhere. If you got beef in the middle and pork on the other side, those pork juices are running into your beef burger. Yes, Abdullah, I saw your name. What can I do, bro? Next minute, you know, oh, the refund, give me back my money. But you ain't meant to know this, though. You're not meant to know. I watched them give you pork beef. You aren't meant to know that. More time now. I don't think people actually care. I remember calling up a person and I was like, excuse me. So it's like my second day, and they're cooking pork and beef next to your beef burger. I don't know if you still want it, yeah, but just know you got pork juices on it. I was like, I don't care. Like, it's already not halal. I was like, oh, okay. From then, I'm not gonna chat shit. I'm not gonna call nobody. Fuck you. So yeah, basically, I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna call somebody and ask them that again. I'm just gonna literally make a YouTube video, because clearly people actually don't really fucking care, and I shouldn't go out my way to care for someone else who doesn't care for themselves. No, I only called the person because I saw the name said Abdi something. Yeah, man didn't care. Like, I'm gonna go film it right now. Look. What the actual fuck, fam? Are they being serious? How's that even possible? They're cooking pork and beef on the exact same thing, using the same spatula they cook the beef and the pork. Do you get what I mean now? Like, there's cross-contamination everywhere, bro. Like, you get big restaurants. Like, I've worked in 4-star, 5-star, fucking... I can't even say fast food. This is the first fast food, like, restaurant I've ever worked in. But from what I hear from fast food restaurants, because I have friends who, you know, work in this industry as well, and you're not allowed to mix anything. Like, if you mix the bacon and the pork, or the bacon and the chicken, you've got to change the whole lot. So I want to make this video a quick one, yeah? And I need you to understand that is its designated place. Do you understand? Where that grill cleaner stays, where you saw it, that is where it always is. No matter what. I don't understand why. See what they clean the frosty machine out with, yeah? It's just paper. Just paper and just sanitized water. You see the same dishwater they use, yeah? I need you to understand, nothing in Wendy's actually gets cleaned. Nothing. You see what they use? They use sterilized water to clean the countertops, yeah? And then they use sterilized water to put the greasy, you know, on top of it. They have this little scrub thing, you know, like you got the sponge and it's just the green part of the sponge, the hard part, or the white part of the sponge. That's it. That's all they use to clean silverware and frigging containers. Like, we all know you have to switch around the other sponge to clean the oil. But anyway, that's not what I'm getting into right now, yeah? So on top of it, they've got this diluted soapy water that you put in the sink and you just wash it one time. You throw it into the sterilized water. Sorry, you have to get the hose, wash it down, and then put it into the sterilized water. See that same sterilized water at the ending of the night? That is the same sterilized water that is washing out the frosty machine. Do you understand where I'm going? The frosty machine is always greasy. There is hella grease in the frosty machine. Why should there be grease? Hold on a second. No oil is meant to be in there, alright? So any person who's ordering a frosty, you need to understand there is beef, pork, chicken oil up in that. Do you understand? There's all types because they use the same sterilized water to clean it out. And on top of it, the same sterilized water is cleaning the machine parts. On top of it, you're not allowed to use any of the sprays. You have to use the sink water, which doesn't get changed out as often. The dishes are always still greasy at the ending of the day. Oh yeah, it's done, blah, blah, blah. So did you see that again? So here what they say, oh, we're going to clean the grill after we fried the pork and it's calm, it's good. You saw it close, right? You saw it close, right? So if you saw it close, you know that part never gets cleaned. They don't bring it up and clean the top. They don't do that until nighttime because when they take it off. Do you understand? So the whole time it's closing, it never gets cleaned until nighttime. On top of it, the toilets never get cleaned. Like, I worked there for about 3 weeks and the toilet was never clean. You saw it in the video, like the floors were black, etc. It doesn't get clean. And then all of a sudden they were like, oh, you guys have to clean the toilet at night. But that wasn't in my job description. You didn't ask me that I need to now clean up the toilets. You asked me to clean up the kitchen and clean up the food. But if I'm only there for 6 hours and then the other shifts are there for 12 hours, why don't you also clean up the toilet then? Because there's black grease walking around then. So why don't you have a system where you do it every hour? So why don't you have a system where you do it every hour? Like, what's wrong with you doing that throughout the day? Like, what the heck though? Most of the things there, utensils, all sorts, don't get clean. All the machine, like the little fluffy part of the machine, it doesn't, like you that you clean out the machine with, you know. You saw where I threw out the bucket. I moved it, it got moved back. Okay? Because that's its designated place. Like anytime you hook it up, it drops off. Well, you're gonna keep it on the floor. Can't put it on the side because that's where the dishes is and it's greasy. On top of it, they don't clean it every day. It doesn't get thrown out every day. You have to use the same grill scrubber thing until it kind of gets worn off, and then they change it. The inside of that grill scrubber thing is brown. It doesn't get cleaned. It doesn't get cleaned, bro. It doesn't get cleaned. And you're just there like, so why am I the first cleaning this shit? Like, be realistic. Why is it so black? When was the last time this was cleaned? Because it couldn't have just been cleaned yesterday or this morning. Like, anytime they're changing the grill parts, aren't you meant to clean it? Do you get where I'm going from with it? With this? Like, I tell you now, like, imagine she basically fired me because I didn't do the training at home, but I have another job and a child. I'm not getting paid to do it. You will only pay me if I do it in the first 2 weeks, but from home. But you let every other person do it in the restaurant on their shift to do it. But you're telling me I need to do it at home. I have a child and I have another job. I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to do it. I know it's something simple, easy to do. You could just go to the answer sheets and click on it. Cool, yeah, but that's not the point. I don't want to do that. I have a child and another job. You need to make me do the training at work like every other job does. Do you understand? So she fired me because I didn't do the training, and I was just like, cool. Because I have another job. I was literally only doing that other job to help me pay for the childcare, a little piece. Because, you know, my child was 18 months and obviously he's not entitled to 30 hours funded, yeah? So I had to pay for the additional 15 hours just so I could work. So that's what I did. Paid for the additional 15 hours. That job was just helping me. All these second jobs that I've been doing. Oh wait, I don't think I've uploaded that video. I'll upload it next time. But still, I was just like, okay. Like, I didn't want to work there. Like, it's kind of disgraceful. Like, you go, Wendy's go, we're diversified, we're equal for all cultures, blah, blah, blah. How dare you? How dare you do that? You say that, but a vegan person come into your restaurant wanting a bloody vegan meal, or a vegetarian come into your restaurant wanting a bean burger can't even be vegetarian because you're adding what? Pork, beef, chicken, all up in there. You saw that pork dripping in that oil. How dare they do that? Like, that's what they say. Like, when you apply for the job, they're like, oh, we're diversified. No, sorry. When you're doing the training, that's what they talk about. Oh, we like to be equality is in our... Bro, I don't even know what it says anymore because, you know, I probably could still log in and show you what their training is. Maybe I'll try or something. Do I even remember the email address? Or not email, the password? Does it even matter? No, but still, that is what they claim. That is what they claim. They claim, oh, we're diversified, you know, we accept all. How's that possible? How can you be like, oh, we will accept you to work for us, but we don't give a fuck for your culture when you're buying our food? That doesn't add up, though. we'll hire all different types of people. Yeah, that's true. Couple Muslims, couple Jewish, couple Christian. Yeah, it's true. But you don't cater for them. But you state you cater for a vegetarian when you don't. You really don't. Nothing gets clean. Everything has oil on it. Everything has grease, oil on it. It doesn't get, no grease comes off of that. Meaning it could be beef grease, pork grease, chicken grease, chip grease. All them chips you're eating, that's pork chips. You understand? Chicken pork. I'm not kidding. I just showed you. And I was just like, how can you do that? I even approached her and I was like, I approached the operation manager, what's her name? Martina or some, I might have to edit this video, but it was some stuff like that, yeah? And I must have approached her and I was like, oh, aren't you meant to change your gloves each time you change and make a burger? She was like, no, we don't say in our website we cater for others. Hold on, you said you do vegetarian meals. Instantly, that means you cater for others. So technically, you're lying. You clearly don't cater for vegetarians if you're putting pork or beef in it, do you? So where they fry the burgers, basically, where they fry the fries is where they fry the veggie burgers. So it goes into the same oil. You see things dripping all the time because they're constantly making it. It's just greasy, man. And on top of it, yeah, now I think I spoke about this in another video. They penalise the workers. You've done it wrong. No, I haven't done it wrong. I marked it up. I did it. You understand? That's what most of the workers doing. And then on top of it, yeah, you've got couriers coming back, accepting orders, like they got the orders when they didn't. Like there's constantly couriers coming back for orders. Oh, even though we've already made the order and gave it already. So there was like a couple orders where before I even started my shift, the same person was coming for that order. So that was 8 hours ago. 8 hours. And I checked it. I was like, hold on a second. And then the person who's making the burgers, oh, it's always you new people on shift, blah, blah, blah. I just thought to myself, I've just come on shift. I've been there for 2 hours. This order said 8 hours ago. Sorry, this order said 4 hours ago. Yeah? Meaning I wasn't even on shift, nor was any of the new people on shift. Did you get it? And then obviously because the courier keeps coming back over and over and over again, like 6 hours, 8 hours. Oh, we don't have that order, we can't make it for you again. Oh, we don't have that order, we can't make it for you again. Like Uber Eats are just sending the person over and over and over, like you haven't delivered this order, despite somebody's probably made it hours ago. Somebody's probably made it hours ago and shipped it. Or somebody's taking the food, one of the couriers or something. They will penalise the workers for that. Oh, you should have watched them click on it. And even if you do watch them click on it, they can still do that. Oh, we didn't get the order. We didn't get the order. Like most couriers can still do that. I think there's only one courier service that I've used that you can't do that with. You get it? Or it's like an instant ban for their driving and Uber Eats. So Uber Eats, that must be what it is. Get me? So it's ridiculous, man. How are you penalising your own employees, but you've only got 3 people on shift wanting to do like well over 100 orders? I know it's simple, easy, but for me, like one of the guys must have said to me, oh, they're trying to get rid of you, blah, blah, blah. I was like, You know, in my head, I was just like, I don't care if they do. It most probably because I confronted her. Like, literally, he told me this because he's one of the managers, the supervisors there, yeah. So he must have told me this, and I must have been. This was literally like the next day after approaching her and being like, oh, do you not really cater for like vegetarians? Because like I've seen them literally giving people like, imagine where the cheese is, yeah. You see, like if you order a chili con carne, yeah, there's pork dripping in that cheese. There's pork drip because they've got like a little section, and you've got to pick your hand in the broken pieces of pork that's drippy, bring it over the cheese just to put it in the container, because you can't go over there because the till's there, you know, the little machines that feeds out notes, and then you can't go over the other side because the cold section is there. On top of it, all the cold section, you've got grease, pork fat, your beef fat, pork fat, all up in them. So every time you're picking a tomato, onion, there's just what in it? What in it? Yeah, pork, beef, oil, all up on that joint. So anyway, I'm not gonna lie, I spoke about this for a while now. I've done a couple videos on it. Wendy's, you need to sort out your Wendy's in the UK car. UK man, don't run with them things there. I've worked in too many different types of restaurants to understand them things that don't run. Like literally, they don't run. I don't understand. I don't understand how they pass. I don't understand it. Like as the inspector never wiped his finger on the counter or on the dishes or in the sink. Nah, man. Nah, man. I don't care. Nah. Nah. Anyway, peace.